Hello and welcome to Kalkine TV. James Preston with you live from Sydney for the Buzzing Trends, a show that brings you unfolding market trends from the Australian stock market. In today's show, we're focusing on food product companies and how they fared amid rising COVID cases in Australia. Well, there are a number of key companies to focus on for today's show, but first let's take a quick look at the recent release of retail data for Australia. The imprint of rising COVID-19 cases and subsequent lockdowns is clearly visible in figures released by the ABS. Triggered by the lockdowns, retail sales fell by 1.8% in June 2021, following a rise of 0.4% in May 2021. The provincial numbers had a story to tell. The fall in retail numbers was led by the states of Victoria and New South Wales. This was because both provinces were put under stay-at-home orders for part of the month. According to the ABS, Victoria's fall in June is larger than the fall seen in May when the state commenced Stage 4 COVID-19 restrictions. But then the inelasticity of demand for certain products was reflected as well. Conversely, food retailing is one of the essentials despite the state of the lockdown. Hence, it saw a growth of 1.5% during the month of June. It was the only industry to rise in June, with those states entering lockdown during the month driving the increase. Naturally, this was the most profitable sector for the period. On the other hand, the broader market, denoted by the benchmark ASX 200, grew by 1.19% during that period. Now, with that background, let's turn our attention to our food product companies, which are in focus for today. The first company on our list is the A2 Milk Company. It's a dual-listed company, both in New Zealand and also here in Australia, and the Auckland-based company commercialises intellectual property or IP when it comes to A1 protein-free milk. A1 protein-free milk is a product that is sold under the A2 and A2 Milk brands, along with various other products. What is worth noting here is that the stock has given 6 times more returns than the broader benchmark in the last month. The share prices of A2 Milk Company grew by 6.94% in June. Well, it's time for a very short break on the Buzzing Trends. There's 3 more top food product companies on the other side of a very short break. Stay with us here on Kalkine TV.
Hi, this is Andy Liu broadcasting from Kalkine Media Studio in Australia, and I'll be hosting the new Kalkine Wellness Show. The half-hour show will cover topics from how wellness as a concept has become even more significant during COVID, to how becoming vegan may improve your health, and much more. We are excited to showcase our live streaming show to our audience of millions overseas and in Australia. Tune in to Kalkine TV and join me.
Welcome back to Kalkine TV. James Preston with you. Great to have your company for the Buzzing Trends. Today in the show, we've curated a list of the top 4 food product companies listed on the ASX. Rising coronavirus cases have been alarming for all of the sectors, but food retailing businesses have witnessed a slight growth in the month of June. We've already shone the light on A2 Milk, who have grown by nearly 7% in June alone, so let's now move on to Elders. Founded in Adelaide, South Australia, almost 2 centuries ago in 1839, the company is an agribusiness that provides agricultural goods and services to primary producers in Australia and also New Zealand. In China, it imports, processes and distributes Australian meat. Unlike A2 Milk, the shares of the company have underperformed the broader markets in the past month, even as food demand continued to rise. Elders' share prices have fallen by 2.82% in the last month. Now, if you haven't already worked up an appetite, this one will hit you right in the afternoon snacks. Bega Cheese, founded in 1899 in Adelaide, South Australia, is an Australian diversified food company with manufacturing sites in New South Wales, also in Queensland and Victoria. Bega Cheese won many fans after its acquisition of Lion Dairy and Drinks, also known as LDD, which it completed in January of this year. LDD is considered a good strategic fit for Bega as it diversifies Bega's dairy exposure, increases scale and accelerates the shift towards branded products. The acquisition and the targeted synergy base is expected to drive a material step change in returns for the company over the next 3 years. On the stock performance front, the share prices of Bega Cheese have been a laggard on the ASX for the past month. The company saw its share prices tank by 13.82%. And lastly, our fourth and final food product company to look at is the Costa Group Holdings. Founded in 1888, the company is Australia's largest horticultural company. It's also a major supplier of produce to food retailers in the country. The company recently announced the successful completion of the retail component of its July underwritten 1 for 6.33 pro rata accelerated renounceable entitlement offer with retail rights trading. The company offered approximately 8.5 million retail entitlements under the retail shortfall book build to commence after market close on Thursday, the 22nd of July 2021. This company has also underperformed the broader markets, growing by just 0.91% in the past month. So all in all, the food product companies listed on the ASX have been underperforming the benchmark except for A2 Milk Company, but with concerns over rising coronavirus cases in the country and of course the extension of lockdown, this sector is still one to keep a close lookout for. That's all for the Buzzing Trends. Hope you enjoyed the show. Keep watching Kalkine TV for the latest news and market updates for the day. I'm James Preston, signing off for now.